So today we'll discuss quickly about integration and FI2SD integration. As I said, we'll not do all the MM and SD steps, but we'll see how the flow happens here. We'll see like when we purchase a materials, right? So when we purchase any material or when we are doing a sale of material, what will happen here? When we purchase material, the different types of books of accounts will affect. Like at the FI part, I can say vendor. Of course, this can be created as a MM vendor and FI vendor, but vendor is affecting. The report will be pulled out in a FPL one and only vendor report. Okay, so FI vendor or vendors account will get affected at MM side, material side, type of material, quantity. Okay, then price related areas will get affected automatically, and the will be done. Okay, postings will be done in a MIRO panel, right? This will be done in the MIRO panel with the help of purchase orders, which we raise for the NM. Okay, so next, what will affect books, bank, if it is a bank, when we are making a payment, then purchase books. These two again affected the FI side. Right, so like this, the things will get affected. Okay, so here stock related. Okay, then GRIR clearing account. Why GRIR clearing account will get affected? Actually, what will happen here at the MM level? MM level we'll discuss as a process cycle. Process cycle, MM level, P2P cycle we'll say. P2P cycle. Right, Hima? Would you like to share anything, Hima? P2P cycle? Or Suresh? Anyone?
You want to discuss the cycle?
Cycle, yeah, P2P cycle, just for an idea purpose. If anyone has an idea, then start.
Okay. So generally, a P2P cycle can start from requirements coming from MRP, or basically the starting point would be the purchase requisition.
Right, very good.
Right. So the purchase requisition, then after validation, would be converted to purchase order by the procurement staff. Then this purchase order will use the master data, which basically involves the material master, the vendor master, and also the pricing, which yeah, and this can come from the info record, purchase info record, and once the purchase order is created, it will be sent to the vendor, and after, so that there could be a release cycle in between, but anyway, yeah, once the goods are sent over, it will be received into this system, and yeah, once it is received, we will have the GR, right, processed into the system, which will raise our inventory, and then based on that, we will do the invoice creation based on the vendor's invoice. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. P2P, it's called procure to pay, process of obtaining raw material, consumables, services, and assets from external suppliers, and then pay to them, like water, electricity, etc. If we can talk about the cycle, so in case of cycle, end user will raise the purchase requisition, I mean goods and services, whatever goods and services required, and send it to the purchase department. Purchase department will will do research and analysis for the vendor and select the correct vendor and set up in the system. And after the setup, purchase department will raise the PO and give it to the vendor. After that, vendor will supply goods and services to the end user, and end user will provide confirmation or GRN to the vendor or AP team for the goods and services received. And after that, a vendor will send invoice to the AP team. And after that, AP team will process the invoices and pay to the vendor. This is the complete process.
Right. Well said, both of you. Thank you. So I no need to even. Okay. Very good. Thank you so much, both of you. So P2P cycle, procure to payment, right? As you said, it's a due to requirement of goods in any enterprise system. So based on the requisition, so whenever there is a requirement, the requisition will be raised by the team of operations or purchase requisition team will be gathered all the information, all the requirements at one area.
Okay.
Then they will, as Hima said or Suresh, we will go for quotations, bidding and all. Then here we will take on the selection of a vendor through either in the market. We will create the purchase orders once the vendor is finalized. Then here the picture will be goods received and invoice posting. This will be different, right? So wherein we discuss in accounts payable, services more, right? We took vendor, we are here, but we talk about services more, transport charges, travel charges we have taken. So when MM is not into picture, at that time what will happen? This AP things will be done for the services mostly, but M taking care of all the materials, purchase orders, blah blah blah. So he need to understand the difference, right? We need to understand the difference of an entry, how the entries behaves in accounts payable. How the entries behaves in the accounts payable. Right, my goodness. Okay. So, Abbas, just we started, we were trying to understand the cycle of P2P, procure to pay. So, you were hearing from Suresh. So, same in the terminology, like maybe different terminology he might use, but both are almost same description, like same explanation they have given. Okay, so here accounts payable, what happened here directly, we did these two, invoice posting then payment. Okay, at the time of invoice posting, what we did, we posted the entry like this. Okay, purchases account debit to vendor account credit. This one posting fee 31 we have used, this one we have used purchases 40 posting fee. And at the time of payment, vice versa, the entry will go as vendor account debit to bank or cash. No cash transfer. Obviously to the bank. This was an entry. Now here what? So here what will happen? Here we are dealing with the goods. Actual material management. It is with the goods out, movement of the goods. Okay, so conversion of good in one form to another form. We will discuss more. Okay, materials, how the material floats from one form to raw material, finished goods, semi-finished goods, from MM team to up to SD integration part. Okay, so the moment we bought a raw material from the vendor to finished goods supplying into the market to the customer, this process MM to SD integration. Okay, but here of course, okay, we are not discussing about here in detail this one. We'll look at the P2P cycle. So how the entries affect purchase requisition, no entry here because it's a taking a requirement. So purchase order, no entry here also. It's the only purchase order raised by the vendor. So agreement, it's an agreement, right? It's an agreement of quantity, type of material, quantity, requested price, then service delivery dates and all. Okay, so service agreement between vendor and the client. We'll be having vendor and the client agreement. It's agreement. No entry here also. No entry, no accounting entry. But when we receive here goods, what is an entry which affects in the system?